now. I mean, clearly they're moving on all fronts towards a global crisis. Russia's threatening to attack Ukraine after they got shelled. You've got ISIS running around everywhere, murdering people, killing tens of thousands, blowing up churches and mosques. Our government's publicly behind that. It appears that they're going into overdrive, that we've seen nothing yet. Wayne Madsen, geopolitically, what are we facing right now? It seems to be the globalists are making their big move.
Well, it's a big mess going on, Alex. I mean, it was crazy to hear Josh Earnest talk about how the Obama administration has made the world a more tranquil place when we have the situation now in Iraq where the U.S. helped train these ISIS, now called the Caliphate, the Islamic State, the Caliphate. These guys were trained in Jordan and in Turkey, and we had John McCain, seen with these guys. He actually snuck into Syria last year and had his picture taken with some of these characters. He loves these guys. I mean, John McCain has. It seems like anytime there's a terrorist anywhere, he's embracing the terrorist. And now we've got the situation where some of Saddam's guys in Iraq joined these Caliphate jihadis to go against the Maliki government in Baghdad, and now you've got the Saddam people saying, "Hey, wait a minute, these guys are crazier than we thought," and now they're fighting each other. And that's just Iraq. Then we have Ukraine, where the U.S. supported the coup that resulted in all these civilian deaths. Now the regime in Kiev attacking civilian targets in eastern Ukraine. We've got Putin in South America, in Brazil to be exact, announcing with the other BRICS countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South
BRICS
Africa,
expansion. They're accelerating away from the dollar.
They are, and one of the topics, because the BRICS Secretariat sent me a copy of their items of discussion in Fortaleza, Brazil, and one of them is international financial institution reform. So clearly, they don't like what the World Bank is doing, and the IMF and the European Central Bank and the Federal Reserve, and they're getting together to fight against these international financial institutions and create their own institutions. And I think that's a good idea. The good thing is that the U.S. is nowhere at the table in these meetings being conducted in Brazil, but every single South American leader is present, including ones that ostensibly have voiced support for us. They're all there talking to Putin. He's also talking to some other world leaders that happen to be in Brazil for the final game of the World Cup. So he's running circles. You know, they talk about Obama being able to play 11-dimension chess, that he always thinks ahead. Obama can't. He against Putin, Obama can't play any kind of strategic game, including the one that the Russians master at, and that's chess. Obama is not even a one-dimensional chess player, let alone an 11-dimensional.
Well, it's being reported by Democratic members of Congress in major headlines that Obama is lackadaisical, angry, won't talk to anybody, just wants to vacation and watch TV all day. So I think it's clear that he's not running anything. Who's running the show?
Well, it's his assistants. It's people like Valerie Jarrett, who was his domestic advisor, but clearly she also plays a role in foreign policy. And basically, it's her. I hear Michelle calls the shots because she has a very close relationship with Valerie Jarrett. So basically, it's these two individuals running the show in the White House, and even the chief of staff is kind of a meaningless individual. I mean, nobody even knows who he is.
That's stunning, because I know you're up there on Capitol Hill and you've never steered us wrong. You're saying Michelle Obama has more to do with what's going on than Obama.
Yeah, with Valerie Jarrett's assistant. Really, Valerie Jarrett is if you can get a FaceTime with Valerie Jarrett, if you're a lobbyist, you're going to get a lot done. It doesn't do you any good to get.
So you're saying they're all busy basically running swindles as the world burns?
Oh yeah, get ready for the big Obama library and center.
Stay there, Wayne Madsen.
How can you save a ton of money and prepare for emergencies? By having your own in-home freeze dryer from Harvest Right. Now you can cut down on wasted food by freeze drying your leftovers. That's right, create your own long-term food storage by freeze drying your own fruits, meats, vegetables, even complete meals with a Harvest Right in-home freeze dryer. Imagine the savings and the peace of mind. See how the amazing Harvest Right freeze dryer works at harvestright.com.
That's the sound of your door being kicked in by an intruder with a single kick. Criminals know that your wooden door frames are weak and your alarm system can't keep them out. That's the sound of the same door now protected by the Door Sentinel. Standard locks, deadbolts, and alarm systems can't prevent forced entry. Harden your door and door jamb with a Door Sentinel. Protect your home now at mysafedoor.com. Go to mysafedoor.com for a special limited time offer. The Door Sentinel, your home's first line of defense.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Hi, folks. Alex Jones here with some important information. I want to tell you about Matt Redhawk and his team of patriots over at My Patriot Supply. Several years ago, Matt was sitting in his two-bedroom apartment, frustrated with the direction this country was headed and the charlatans willing to sell us out for a quick buck. Deciding to take action, a company run by patriots for patriots was born. My Patriot Supply has never taken a loan or accepted outside funding. They now operate 2 distribution facilities and employ over 50 hardworking American men and women. It is rare to find companies who practice what they preach. And that's why I stock my pantry with high-quality storable foods from My Patriot Supply. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/Alex today for special offers on emergency food storage, or call their preparedness specialist at 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Do business with someone who shares your values. mypatriotsupply.com/Alex.
Get the most important package of information you'll ever receive in your life for only $10. The package includes 3 books and 7 DVD programs which cover biblical miracles and prophecy. The Shroud of Turin, The Third Secret of Fatima, What Really Happened to the Catholic Church, and more. Call 800-513-0029. That's 800-513-0029. Or go to VaticanCatholic.com. That's VaticanCatholic.com. 800-513-0029. VaticanCatholic.com.
Are you happy doing your laundry with perfume detergents that irritate your skin? Are you happy washing your hands with stinking fragrances that gives your skin rashes? Are you happy paying new, higher prices for smaller boxes? Find your happiness today with our 1 to 4 year supply of pure soaps, or our 1 to 2 month sampler with bar soap, shampoo, laundry, and dish soap at 5starsoap.com. You deserve the best. Happiness is 5starsoap.com.
We are back live. Alex Jones here, coming to you from Austin, Texas on this Tuesday, the 15th day of July, 2014. We're well past halfway into this year. These years just go by faster and faster. Wayne Madsen, a real live major NSA whistleblower in the last 17, 18 years, testified to Congress, you name it. But back then, the power structure was smart. They wouldn't give news coverage to it. Now they try to arrest you, so that forces coverage. So it does show the craziness of the establishment. They have a method to their madness, but still, They have knowledge, but not wisdom, I think is the best way to put it. And this is your chance to talk to an NSA whistleblower and ask your questions coming up geopolitically, on the NSA, on the police state, with Wayne Madsen in the next segment. Toll-free number to join us is 800-259-9231. And I love all the great callers. Just address your question to Wayne or we'll move on, because we don't screen your calls, and we just ask that you call in on the subject at hand. 800-259-9231. Now, Wayne, in the time we have left in this segment, what do you make of William Binney's statement that it's about total authoritarian totalitarianism? I mean, he uses those words. Total control, that it's part of population control, a totalitarian mentality. I mean, that's what it is. People need to understand all this spying is illegal. They got caught lying, but that it's pointed at good people that don't want Goldman Sachs involved in insider trading. I mean, it's really the political, corporate, criminal class, in my view, that just wants to be above the law and be allowed to arrest their detractors. I mean, we're living in a James Bond villain movie, aren't we, Wayne?
Oh, absolutely. I know Bill Binney, and I chatted with him in person just about a month or so ago, a month and a half ago. And actually, what he says is true. And now we have some actual documentation to show, illustrate what Bill Binney's talking about. And there's been a recent drip of these documents, the Ed Snowden documents, and I'm really concerned about how slowly these are being released. This latest set should have been released a long, long time ago. And this document is, it's from an internal Wikipedia system used by the British GCHQ, that's in UK's NSA counterpart, a group there called the Joint Threat Research Intelligence Group, or JTRIG, has this thing called GC Wiki, where they've listed all these tools that they use to not only surveil social media, but to corrupt social media. This is a toolbox for hackers. Now, they've got I don't know who blocks these names out. I guess it's Greenwald. I think Greenwald must have cut a separate deal through Pierre Omidyar for that $100 million for that First Look site that they started, because all the names of these British individuals at GCHQ that are involved in this these attacks on the internet have their names blocked out. And why I find that's important is obviously the NSA is using the Brits to come after the United States, U.S. citizens, because they don't. The Brits don't have to comply with any sort of U.S. laws.
And hasn't it been like that for a long time on illegal stuff? Like they'll use British hit teams over here, U.S. hit teams over there, because it creates another membrane of plausible deniability?
That's right. And that's what the Five Eyes of Britain, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand are all about. They don't, of course, we say we don't spy on them, but that's ridiculous. They spy on one another to evade their own domestic laws. And that's exactly what's going on here with these JTRIG software tools that are hacker tools. I think that the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act of 1986 makes the use of any of these tools against U.S. citizens illegal, actually against anyone in the United States illegal, because that's the law of the land. There's other privacy laws that also we could bring civil charges against these Brits at GCHQ that are using this software against American citizens. That's why the names are blocked out. So I would challenge.
Yeah, so they're not just illegally scooping up the data once it leaves your computer or network. Right. They're breaking into your business, breaking in without warrants, in sneak and peeks, and they're also planting stuff. We know about the blackmail ops in the Pentagon, putting child porn on tens of thousands of computers to then blackmail everybody.
And that's what they're doing. And they have all these tools under a program called Shaping and Honeypots. Well, what do you think that is, honeypots?
Stay there. Let's walk through this, because days after this breaks in The Guardian, didn't really break, you talked about it years ago, days after the wider public finds out about this, there's all this news confirming Pentagon and others messing with journalists domestically.
We're on the march.
That's what happened to Wayne, too.
The Empire.